welcome back. If you are new to this channel, my name is Monique and this is Fine Print for Life. So I've been making YouTube videos for about a month now and we have not had a formal introduction. So in this video I wanted to share with you a little bit about who I am and why I'm making a YouTube channel and what we're going to talk about on this channel. I've had a very interesting life in the sense that it's been all over the place. I graduated from high school many years ago, like 20 years ago. I grew up overseas mostly and bounced around because I'm a military brat. And when I turned 18, we were living in the States. We had just moved back and I had no idea what I was going to do for college. So, because I'm a first generation college student in the US, so I kind of just went to my high school counselor's office and looked at a catalog of colleges in the Washington State area and picked one in Seattle because the name sounded like it was downtown. And that is how I started my college career. I had to work through my entire college career, so it took me 7 years to get my undergraduate degree. By the time I graduated with my degree in international studies, I was ready to take off and I moved to DC and I was like, this is it. I have made it. I am 26 years old and I know everything and I am awesome. And so I'm working across from the White House, going to happy hours and schmoozing around DC. And within about a year, I got totally burnt out. I should say that prior to all this, in my high school and younger years, I was always very artistic. I was doing photography from the time I was like 12. I was drawing all the time. I was in theater. I was the yearbook photographer. I did a whole bunch of very creative type things. I was always involved in the arts. And so fast forward, when I was in college, I left all that behind because I just needed to survive. I needed to get my degree and I needed to make money. And just put it out of my head, you know, you can't be creative, you just have to go work in an office. And I burned out. I think that's part of the burnout too, is that line of work just really didn't suit my talents and my skills. It's not like I couldn't do that work, but it took me way more energy and way more effort to do the kind of work that I was doing. And I snapped, of course, and at 28, I quit my job and decided to go get a post-baccalaureate certificate in photography. So I took out a bunch of student loans and bounced. A post-baccalaureate certificate is about a 9-month course. If you already have like a bachelor's in something but you want to change gears, then you go get yourself a post-bac in that subject. So I did that. Then I moved to New York, right? Because that's the logical thing to do when you're broke. Just move to New York with no job, nothing. And it took me months to, I think like 6 months to get a full-time job. And in between that time, I think I got a tax return and I worked at a moving company, I cleaned houses, I did photo gigs, I had all this stuff, and then I got a full-time job. And the whole idea was like, I'm going to pay off my student loans and save money. But then I had this genius idea that I needed a master's in photography and I only wanted to go to one school. And so I worked for years building up my skills and my portfolio and my network to get into this school. And then I got there and I did the school and I graduated when I was 36 years old. So now what, right? Like I had this genius idea, I'm going to be an art superstar and I'm going to teach. And I quickly realized that not that many full-time teaching positions for photography available in this country. And 2, adjunct teaching is quite challenging because the pay is not that great. And so you can't, and there's no benefits or anything. So I was like, crap, what do I do? I have $100,000 in student loan debt and my long-term relationship just ended. So where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do? So I had to live with my ex for 6 months. I was searching, I went on so many interviews and applied to so many jobs. I also had a big dog, so it wasn't like I could just pick up and move to New York or something. And so I said, you know what, I'm gonna stay put. I'm gonna get a local job and I'm going to focus on healing and paying off my student loans and getting my life together. And fast forward 4 years, I couldn't be happier. I have so many things in my life that bring me joy. I am on the path to financial freedom. I've paid off $90,000 in debt, and I have so many plans and so many ideas and such a clear vision of how I want my life to look like. And it's taken me this long to get here. But my hope with this channel is that I can share with you some of the things that I've learned over the years, real life experience, so that maybe it can help other people out there who are trying to find their voice or their vision or their path. If I can help you do something to make your life easier, that would bring me so much joy. I love teaching and I love creating content and I love sharing what I've learned. So I really, really hope that in this channel, I'll be able to condense things that I've picked up along the way that would have been really helpful if somebody pulled me aside and told me, hey, this is how you do this, or don't do that. Things like nuances in the office that no one really tells you about, or tips and tricks on how to get people to open up to you, or personal finance. Like, I really wish I had a class on personal finance back in the day, because I wouldn't have had to spend the last part of my 30s paying off a huge debt. Right? I want to share with you what I've learned so that life is easier for you and that you can make things happen faster to get to the life that you want faster. I'm really looking forward to getting to know you all and sharing what I've learned over the years with you. So if you have any topics that you would like me to talk about with regard to work-life balance or personal finance or office etiquette, I would be happy to do a video for you. Just let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video and want to see more, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks. Bye.